Here we are at St George Willawong talking with the new head coach Oscar Longone and assistant coach Graham Cameron. For those that don't know who you are, can you give us a brief rundown of your career, Oscar?
Yes, I came to Australia in 1977 to play for Canberra City from Argentina. And then finishing playing with Canberra City Olympians in Canberra in the State League, and then moved to Gold Coast 10 years ago.
And what attracted you to St George Willawong?
Well, I think the success of the club in the last 4 years, the strong culture this club has regarding the community, regarding the football culture, they're very similar to mine, where the passion is involved, and I think the goal they have to progress all the time.
And given your extensive career, what has been your highlight?
To be with you, my highlights were 2005. I was lucky to be selected by Ron Smith. He was the football director of the IS in that time and was working with the FFA as a scout in South America to help the Australian team qualify for Germany in 2006. So it was myself and 3 other coaches went to South America to watch all the qualifiers, because at that time we played the 5th team in South America. In that time was Uruguay, who finished 5th. And lucky Aloisi scored the winning penalty and we qualified. So that was the highlights of my career.
And who has been the best player that you have ever played with?
One in Argentina is Daniel Passarella. He was the captain of Argentina in the '78 World Cup. I was lucky enough to play against him. Here in Australia, for surprise of everybody, in Canberra, in 1978, Peter Marinello, the Scottish international, came for 11 games as a guest player. That was unbelievable. Having him in Canberra at that time was amazing.
And what changes have you seen in football in Australia over the years?
Well, I think the introduction of the ALeague was all right. I think it's not big enough. Probably need to have more teams in it. I believe in probably promotion relegation. That's why maybe a second division or Serie B be introduced. And of course the NPL system and the women progress in Australia has been amazing. I think the women program everywhere now is growing like I think that's the positive things here in football. Yeah.
And having played in the first ever game of the NSL, which eventually became the ALeague, what do you think of the ALeague now?
Well, I think it's a lot of difference. The ALeague is well marketed at the moment. When we started back in the old NSL, was the clubs were relying just in local sponsors, and the football was not full professional as it is now. And I think now is the right path to do. But as I said, I think the ALeague needs to be increased. I think the number of clubs at the moment is not big enough. 6-month competition is not good enough. If you're a professional, you want to play minimum 10 months.
So Graham, with St George competing in the BPL next season, are you aware of the teams that you'll be competing against?
Yeah, there's some old foes there we've played in the past, and we're looking forward to some strong derbies and moving forward with competing at the highest level in the league.
And will you be keeping most of the current squad, and are there any new signings?
Last season there was strong unity in the squad, and we're looking to push forward with that unity this year, moving forward, and with that, some extras to enhance the team into the BPL.
And what are your expectations for the club for next season?
The expectations is to compete as much as we can, week in, week out, and push the table as far as we can.
Okay, thanks for your time and best of luck for next season.
Thank you.
Okay.